I'm investigating all of the most dead series in iRacing, the ones where if you look on the iRacing schedule, you're most likely to see that nobody's racing them right now. It seems that in every discipline, there are 2 or 3 series that just get absolutely no love on iRacing. On the road side, if you go to the Formula car, you'll see that it's the Formula A cars, both open and fixed, get almost no racing. Now, that's not something that I can do today because I don't have an A-class license in road, but if you want to make that happen, leave a like on this video. If I get 1,000 likes on this video, I'll just stream the entire journey of me getting an A-class road license. On the sports car side, Stock Car Brazil is essentially dead, and we will get to that next week. I'm going to make this a couple parts here. And then finally, what I want to delve into today, because I think it's the most interesting out of all of these, is the oval side, which, shocker, I know I'm the oval driver, but I promise I'll get to the rest eventually, because these cars are the ones that I'm the most excited to try. And those 2 cars, which I'll focus on one of them specifically for this video, is the Silver Crown and the Asphalt Sprint. And today I want to race the Asphalt Sprint because it is at a combo that just seems absolutely crazy and I want the challenge. The first thing that I learned when investigating into this Asphalt Sprint car is that there is a dedicated community that merges the Silver Crown and the Asphalt Sprint together and actually creates race times for people to show up, almost as if it was a league. But after joining the Discord community and using my clout to get people to show up for a Sunday time slot, I got a race of 18 people for a 2,700 strength of field. But I didn't want to go in completely blind, so I had to practice for this. And boy, was I happy that I practiced, because this was the hardest car and track combo I have ever driven in my entire life. Think about it this way. If you go over 2/3 throttle, you're probably spinning. You're going 100 miles an hour in a very short track, and it just feels like a competitive roller coaster where you're going to fly off at any second. It is an absolutely insane combo, and I think it will show very well over on this race here. So let's get over to the race and see how I did. I'm scared.
There's going to be an absolute sport ender, dude.
All right, operation is to survive. This is probably the most locked in. I'm going to be hunched over and everything. No, I hit the wall. Dang it. Well, I'm going to be starting in the hornet's nest then. Oh, okay. This is intense. Okay, I qualified 6th, which isn't bad, but this is just controlled chaos, isn't it?
Yeah, you certainly picked one of the craziest tracks to run for your first race.
I think everyone's just trying to survive at this track.
If you're not wrecking, you're not trying.
I love the right rear tire on these cars. It's so funny.
Also, for those new, we do not count caution laps, which also means we cannot use lucky dogs either, because that's how iRacing system is currently.
Okay.
Oh,
Doesn't
no
count
lucky
caution
dogs.
laps. Pace cars in.
Pace car's off.
Alright, careful.
Good launch.
I'm just chilling to start out with. Already sliding around. But I'm in a good spot to just chill. They really parted the seas for me, so now it's up to me to not overdrive.
Yeah, at this point I would say just vibe out.
Ooh, nice slide job. Man, they're actually going for it. It's crazy. With how hard... Yeah, so my mic cut out here. For whatever reason, my mic doesn't play well with iRacing. So I plug it in later, but I'll give you some thoughts as I'm driving around without a mic here. First off, check out my posture. It's so great. You can see all of my forehead like this. I didn't care though. Like, this is the most intense driving. I don't know how it's looking to you guys right now, but just look at my inputs here. Like, I can't get to 100%. and like I can't get above 50% in the corners. I'm using a little bit of brake for rotation, and then if you look on the top right there, look at how much this force feedback is just going wild. Like it was so hard to just hold on to and run these fast laps, and I learned later that a lot of the guys were using more throttle than me in the corners to help rotate the car. Really old school iRacing stuff. A fact about this that we'll get into later is that this is the V6 tire model, so about a decade old tire model. If you ever hear someone talk about, oh, the good old days in iRacing tire model before they screwed it up with the new tire model, well, you can still experience that in the asphalt sprints in the silver crowns, and it is a trip. Like, there's no such thing as tire wear. There's just tire heat management. So like you can drive as hard as you want as long as you aren't sliding too much and heating up that rear tire. So you can see like I'm still pushing. I'm going as fast as I can, but I have to stay in control. I'll leave it for a couple laps with this. Just watch basically how much the car responds to throttle.
Go high. The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file. Pit road is closed
Looks
right
like
now.
somebody
Yeah, I got to see on
self-spun.
the lead lap.
That's intense, bro.
Jeez. And some of those lappers were scary.
They were predictable though, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It's just everything comes at you so fast.
So you're still on track and this guy behind you does not seem to get into the corner very well, but he comes off of it great.
Nice. Good battle. I'm just not getting the turn into the corners, and
Yeah.
it's just me, but I feel so unstable when I'm turning in as early as they are, but they're just used to that slip.
Yeah, the like bobble.
Yeah.
Because if like I went back and
Oh!
watched
Turn 3.
oh my lord, he's on his roof.
Wow. All right, back in the top 5, not by skill, but by survival. If these guys mixed up at the front, the goats of sprint, I was kind of hoping to be the best outside of the goats, but Brandon is really good too. He just gets that turn in that I can't get.
Really good start.
I can't convey how hard this is. This
I
might
know
be the
that,
hardest
right?
thing I've ever driven.
You know, say I've driven it. I know how hard it is. There's a reason I didn't sign up for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
All right, I just need to bring this sucker home, man.
Awesome that they're getting.
going. Beautiful launch.
Good one, Derek. Good race.
Top 5! Woo!
Yippee!
Top 5 0x!
Good one, Derek. Good race, guys. That was a lot of fun.
You improved from your grid
Yeah, this track
position.
really is fun in these cars.
Good racing, guys. That was awesome. After the race, I talked to a couple of the best drivers and community leaders, Jeffrey Stanton and Derek Love, just to figure out what the appeal was for this car. Now, I think after driving it, I know personally, but I think that they can make a better case for the community than I could after being in it for over a decade. The first thing I just wanted to to get into was why these cars, right? There's cars on iRacing that go official every single hour of every single day. What draws you in the community to these cars?
It's just the racing is so good. You know, we race it kind of like a league, even though it's official. We race against a lot of the same guys every week. Some new faces too, and it's a tight-knit group that we race each other hard, but we're respect, and it's so much fun.
Feels kind of like a throwback almost to quote unquote how iRacing used to be, not just in how the cars drive, but just that kind of tight-knit sense of community as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been on iRacing since it essentially came out. I mean, I didn't start really official racing until 2010, but I mean, it's definitely a throwback in that regard. I mean, we're running on 10-year-old tire models. I mean, there's pros and cons of that. Don't get me wrong. We've been wanting to update for forever now, but the positive side is we still have a dynamic track model. It still allows the groove to widen out if the conditions are right, and it makes it pretty fun.
Yeah, anything else you kind of want to shout out about the series?
We run every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday as far as the sprint cars, the Silver Crown car every Monday night. We try to have great racing. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have our full moon nights too, but most of the time it's pretty good and just a lot of fun. And once you get hooked, it's kind of hard to get away from it.
So I'll give you I'll kind of run through the setup for if you want to kind of have some tips to give to people.
Yeah.
I can kind of give away just some behind the scenes. Always start with just the iRacing track specific setup. It's built by regulars. Jeffrey many times will run that to qualify on and just no changes, and plenty of people run that just fine. So there is stuff you can do to it though to at least put you in the direction of where to go. I still always go back and say run laps. You just really got to learn this car. It's very different. I race with 18 left PSI, 20 right. I bump it up 2 for qualifying. Do that almost everywhere. Rear stagger, generally 2 to 2.5. You can go a little bit under, not really ever going over 2.5. But to find your rotation on corner exit or mid corner, that rear stagger is going to be what you want. Springs, kind of 600 in the right front almost everywhere, 600, 400 in the rear. Front left, you can kind of play around with that. I run the most camber in the right front, and then I play with the left front depending on how much the car's turning or not. Then I pull out some track bar in the rear. It is going to tighten the car up, so you got to kind of play with that. Always keep the fuel at 28 gallons. There's some tracks we'll even pit at just to put weight back in the car. It gets very sketchy, especially if you're watching this and it's a new video and we're going to Milwaukee Mile. It's someplace you would put fuel in it. A short track, you're not generally going to do it though. Rear end ratio, it's a very tricky one in this car. You more often than not want it on the chip right before the corner. It's going to help that straightaway, and this car is very unique in that it'll right hook down the straightaway. So if you get it up on the chip, it'll prevent the car from hooking and jumping around. But that's kind of the setup. If you're looking for that extra itch and you can't quite find it where you want something a little bit more, hop in the Silver Crown or the Sprint Car Series. The community's more than willing to help out. The racing's very respectful. Just the community within it and the challenge, that's what does it for me.
So with our first deep dive into a dead iRacing series, I need to say I really hope this one never dies. And really, even with how this video does, no matter what, I don't think it will because of some of the community members there. It seems like one of the most tight-knit communities and some of the most fun racing that you can get on iRacing, at least on the oval side right now. Driving on the V6 tire model is pretty insane. It's pretty fun, very different, and something I think everyone should experience at least once. If you want to go give it a try, go join the Discord server linked in the description. That will go to their community, or just join one of the time slots that I'll put up right here. But forewarning, you are going to want to practice this car. I'm planning on being at the next asphalt sprint race at Milwaukee. It's going to be on Sunday at 7 Eastern. That's the slot that I think I'm going to show up for. So I hope to see a lot of you guys there. Maybe we'll do a record turnout for this race. All right. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track.